So welcome back. We are talking with Monty Flack, and he is with Factum Financial. And I have to say, every time you come on, I don't do this often, but I get so involved and enthralled, I should say, with what you're saying. I forgot to say your website, right? So I want people to know that you do have one, yes, and that they can go up there and find out all of the information that they want. It's factumfinancial.com. So that's, you can go there and check him out as well. Okay, so let's go back to some of the things that we were talking about. Christmas, money, right? That's this time of the year. How you spend your money, how you think about things, it's your mindset, right?
Right.
That's huge. That's where you want people to be able to change their mindset, to understand the concept, to look. You got to think a little bit outside the box.
Yeah, and it's just because of the way we've been taught about money, right? Put your money in the bank, write checks, use your debit card. Everything goes back to the banks. Well, the banks are the largest purchasers of life insurance in the world. They don't take their profits and put it in other banks. They put it in life insurance, and there's a reason why. So why don't we just emulate what the banks do, what the big corporations do, I don't like using the word wealthy elite, but let's just do what people with a lot of money do. If you've ever shopped at Walmart, eaten at McDonald's, been to Disneyland, gone shopping at JCPenney's, ever seen a Harley Davidson, ever turned on your light switch with APS, all these companies have a ton of life insurance. So why don't we just do what they do at our level? And that's what's so powerful about life insurance. I don't have to have their money. Like I was stating before, when I learned about this, I was contributing $200 a paycheck when I was a school teacher to my 403B. When I learned this, it made so much sense. And especially once I was told I couldn't access the money, which I thought was my money. Yeah. And they told me no. I said, whoa.
Make it clear, because they didn't hear the story.
When I tried to access the money for my 403B, my qualified plan, and they told me no. Mm-hmm. And I said, this is my money. And they said, no, you can't get it. I said, well, there's some rules to this game that I didn't know. Mm-hmm. And that's what the whole thing is. Who do you need to become? You need to become a person that takes control, right? Responsibility. And learn some of the rules of money. And that's all it is. If I learn some of the the basic rules of money, I get to play the game a little bit differently.
So when you say on our level, okay, a lot of people are wondering, do you have to have a lot of money?
Well, no. And what I mean at our level, wherever you are financially. When I started this, in 2009, I think I was earning 20-some thousand a year as a school teacher. Not a whole lot of money. And by the time I was taxed, it was even less.
Much less.
Right. So it didn't take much. And what's so powerful about this, if the younger people, the younger generation, would realize this and even start $100, $200 a month as a savings and creating this vehicle, what it would be, down the road for them, what it can be. This is why my wife and I, we don't only have policies on ourselves, we have policies for our grandchildren. And we use them as savings vehicles. And what's very fascinating is my 3 granddaughters probably have more money than most adults have saved. Because the savings rate in America in August was less than 3%. When Mr. Nelson Nash wrote this book in 1999, the savings rate was actually negative. So we have a huge problem in this country that we want to be instant gratification. And because of that, we do not have emergency savings. We do not have all these components. So if one little thing goes wrong, we have nothing to fall back on. Mm-hmm. So when we look at this, what is our foundation built on? Is it built on sand or rock? If I went back to my house analogy earlier, and I'm going to build that house, I want a good solid 4 or 5 inches of foundation. on a single level house. If I took that same house and I built it on sand, sand starts moving, that foundation is going to crack and things are going to happen. And that's what's happening. Savings rate is way down. Since 2000, it's hit over 10% twice, and that was during the pandemic. Why did that happen? What were people receiving? Stimulus checks. So they were putting it in their savings, but, okay, it's in my savings, now I pull it out and I go spend it. But for the last 20-some years, it's been less than 5%. Well, what else has been happening since then? Inflation's gone up. Debt's gone up. All these things have gone up, and we don't have, as a country, a solid foundation. So if something goes wrong, what happens? Everything falls apart. And it goes back to, like for my case, I thought I was saving, but what I was truly doing was speculating, because it was in the stock market, right? My 403B was part of that. That's speculation, hoping it goes up and praying that someday I'll have enough money to retire on. And it just didn't happen. Mm-hmm. It did not happen. So I took matters into my own hands, and
Change your life.
It changed my life tremendously.
Right, and that is why you are so passionate about educating people on it. And it starts with your company. You like to have the foundation, right? And you teach people a lot about that first. It's not, you don't just jump into this. It's something they really need to be educated on. Right. And it's becoming your own banker, taking charge of your own money, right? I mean, maybe everybody should have their money at home instead of, but utilizing it through life insurance policies.
Through life insurance. Mm-hmm. Life insurance doesn't lose money.
You got to check out the website. It is factumfinancial.com. And, okay, so now people are listening and they're saying, is this the right time? Is there a wrong time? Is there a time where you because, you talked about inflation and everything. Now is the time to start working on this, so that, because they also have to have money to do it with, right?
Correct.
Right? So stop spending your money during the holidays.
Well, this is why we offer the cash flow analysis also, to help them see where there's some holes in, their money. Yeah, some cracks in their foundation. Mm-hmm. So when we look at that foundation, it's a pyramid, right? And you've said it numerous times, and thank you for sharing that. It starts with financial education, financial literacy. And then once we see where we're at, we have to know where we're at to be able to know where we want to go. Mm-hmm. We have to create a vision, because we do not drift to a desired location. Mm-hmm. We must be very intentional, right? Become somebody else. And then we create that where you're at, how much you can save, and start putting it into a properly structured, designed life insurance policy for you.
So this is really mentorship.
It's mentorship, it's guidance, it's coaching.
It's awesome.
Yes.
Right. And listen, folks, everybody that's listening right now, wouldn't you like to become your own banker? Wouldn't you like to do what the Rockefellers do? Oh. Wouldn't you like to do what banks are doing already? Yeah. Right? But this on your level, on our level. I think that's what's most important to you, is for you to understand that he's talking about on our level, and everybody's different. What you talked about, what is wealthy, I'm using that word, I know you don't like it, but to everybody is something different.
It is.
Right? So listen, folks, we're going to go back to a break, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit further. We could talk forever about it, because it's so intricate and so much to learn about it, but it's step by step. It isn't something you just jump in and do. Am I correct?
Correct.
Right. And that's why you love coming on the show, to be able to educate a lot of people on that, and that's what we're doing here. So, the best thing to do is, first of all, go up onto the website and check him out. It is factumfinancial.com. He offers a free cash flow analysis to help you find out where you are in your foundation, right? Mm-hmm. And so check it out. It's factumfinancial.com. Hang tight. We're going to be back in just a minute.
When does it get easier? I hear that all the time from business owners and leaders that just aren't getting the same results from their hard work they used to. I'm Ken Kilday, and I work with business owners and leaders to unlock their leadership genius. Start today with a breakthrough strategy session and start making the cut. Call or text 602-820-6978 or online at makingthecut.biz. That's 602-820-6978 or online at makingthecut.biz.
Feeling overwhelmed with your money? At More Wealth, we can help you feel on track without worrying about numbers or tracking the market all the time. Visit morewealthmanagement.net, where we use a new generation holistic approach to maximize your retirement income and help minimize taxes, so we can help you feel ahead financially and give you the financial clarity needed to calm your fears and provide peace of mind. Visit morewealthmanagement.net to schedule a consultation today.
We do not provide legal or tax advice, and you should consult an attorney or tax professional for such advice. Investment advisory services offered through More Wealth Partners, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, I'm Randy Courtney, broker-owner of Weichert Realtors, Courtney Valley. I've served in the Valley for over 37 years. We handle all your residential needs. If you're thinking about making a move, call me for an expert broker price opinion. Find out what to do to your home to maximize its value. You'll be surprised at what you'll learn and well worth the time with me. I will tell you what most agents will not. Call me today at 480-705-9600. At Courtney Valley White Properties, we handle your real estate needs, big or small. We handle them all.
Do you have a parent, grandparent, or loved one who needs some extra help? Senior Helpers has spent 16 years helping seniors continue to live at home as they age. Do you have a loved one needing help with grocery shopping, meal preparation, or even help taking a shower? Call Senior Helpers today at 480-621-6672. We specialize in helping seniors with Alzheimer's and dementia, Parkinson's disease, and other chronic illnesses to stay at home. You can find us online at seniorhelpers.com or at 480-621-6672.
What if I told you that getting Medicare coverage doesn't have to be a complicated process? Are you tired of being confused with the many coverage options available to you with Medicare? At Tapestry Insurance Group, let us help by taking the confusion and complication out of your Medicare options so you can get the coverage you need. Some available plans have no additional premium and may help lower your out-of-pocket costs. There's never a cost for a consultation with one of our licensed agents, so don't delay. Contact us at 602-541-7656 or visit tapestryinsurancegroup.com.
Are you tired of dealing with incontinence? Do frequent trips to the bathroom keep you up at night? Sudden urges when you laugh, cough, or sneeze? VJuve's non-invasive treatments for men and women are covered by insurance, Medicare, and FDA approved, making them accessible to everyone. Say goodbye to discomfort and embarrassment, and hello to a happier, healthier you. With several locations throughout the Valley, there's one nearby. Why wait any longer? Schedule your complimentary treatment today at stopthep.com or call 480-593-5400. Let VJuve make you a better you.
If I traded it all,
welcome back, everyone. Factum. Okay, it's spelled F-A-C-T-U-M, and Monty wanted to just discuss with everybody a little bit about what it means.
Factum is a statement of truth. And when we start talking about factum, what are we doing? We're teaching the truth about money. Mm-hmm. Not all these other little things just to get money. Because with life insurance and what we do, there's no money exchange between you and I. Everything's between you and the insurance carrier. So I have nothing to do with your money. And so all we're doing is teaching the truth about money. And what's very interesting is it is said that Nelson on his deathbed said, there's two things I know, that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and infinite banking, becoming your own banker, is the truth about money. It's very interesting that he said that. And when you look at it and you start looking about where people, like we just said a minute ago, where do banks keep their money? Life insurance. Oh, okay. Corporations, life insurance. The wealthy, life insurance. You don't see the wealthy having 401ks. They don't do it. It's all in life insurance. It's because of what life insurance offers. The structure of life insurance offers you certainties. There's a certain or guaranteed compounded growth rate, whatever that is. Dividends are not guaranteed, but the companies we use have a history of doing it. There's a guaranteed loan provision, which means I can access, as long as I have cash value in my life insurance policy, I can borrow against that cash value. They cannot deny me that. Unstructured loan. What does that mean? If I went to one of the big banks and I wanted to borrow money, everything is so structured. I have to pay it back on a certain day of every month, a certain amount with a certain interest rate, and they control everything. In my life insurance policy, it's unstructured, and we could break all that down. It's private. It's liquid. It's a guaranteed yield. It's all these other components, more than just life insurance. So when you go back to what we started this conversation with, and we were talking about life insurance. What is life insurance? Most people think of it as just death benefit. No, it has more to do with banking than it does death benefit. And so understanding that and teaching that and utilizing that is where the power is.
But I also want people to understand that it is a specific type of life insurance.
It is.
So that's something for them to understand, people that might have not heard, that you want to repeat that.
Right. It is whole life insurance, which gives us some other guarantees. Whole life insurance is going to guarantee me that my premium is what it is for the rest of my life. It's going to guarantee me those things that we were just talking about.
I'm just thinking here, a lot of people, you said that you have people that listen and talk to you, your clients, that to hear things online, TikTok and things like that.
Yeah.
This isn't the only place you can hear stuff, but that's what I want to know, is somebody might sit there and be listening right now, well, I'm going to Google that and try and do that myself, right? Not so easy.
Not so easy.
You need to be mentored into this.
It does. Yeah, and Mr. Nelson Nash would always say you need a coach, right? You need a mentor. You need a coach to be able to
do it right.
To do it right. Yeah. Could you do it with other things? To some degree. Are you going to get all the benefits? No. Right? A lot of people will ask, can I do it with a different type of life insurance? You can do it with whatever you want, but you're not going to have the same outcomes just because of dividends, constant compounding, unstructured loans, the privacy, the guarantees, all those types of things. Not everything out there has that. What's interesting is dividend paying whole life insurance. Dividend paying just means whole with the mutually owned company. I have these. So we get the question asked all the time, can I do this with an IUL? You to some degree, but you better be very, very careful with those things.
Now, I'm going to take it back to from the beginning, which you said what is with every person that you sit and talk to is you ask about their vision, okay, and what their vision is, and then you go from there. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay. So if you're going to go into a doctor's office, and, all right, you sit there. He doesn't just come in and write your prescription.
Well.
Well, typically not, right? Hopefully not. He's going to ask you some questions. He's going to ask you, what brings you in today? What's bothering you? What's hurting? What's all these things? He's going to ask you questions. It's the same thing financially. What is your vision? And at Factum Financial, we talk about the 5 areas of life. What is my vision spiritually? What is my vision personally? What are the things I want to accomplish? What is my vision for my family? Right? Most people say, I work to provide for my family. Well, I should be working, creating money so I can spend more time with my family, create more experiences. That's the true deal there. What's my vision for my business or my occupation? And then what is the vision for my finances? And that's, at Factum, that's what we specialize is with this life insurance policy designed for banking, that we really help. And an ideal life, a great life where you get excited to get up every morning is having abundance in all 5 areas.
Abundance. That was the word I was thinking about earlier when I said wealth. Yeah. But abundance. And people think abundance is wealth, right? But it's different for everyone.
It's different
and some
for
people,
everyone.
You said some people really just want to have enough just to live, and pay their bills. But not me.
Not me either. That's not abundance, right? So what we talk about then is, okay, who do we need to become to create abundance financially to to fund the other areas of life. Wouldn't you like to take a month off and be in Hawaii and still have money coming in so you can live into your spiritual circle, your personal circle, your family circle, and the other parts are taking care of all that for you? And still be able to contribute to whatever on your heart?
For me, what I like about the most is being able to be in control. I think that is something that we've lost. A lot of people have lost that, especially with our finances. And you know, obviously we know the banks and everybody else are making much more money than we are, right?
Right.
And this is something that you want people to think, how do you got to change your paradigm. It's how you think about money. Learning a little bit more about the truth of money.
Yes.
Right? Go ahead. What do you want to finish with?
Oh, gosh, there's so much. You know, it doesn't cost anything to inquire, right? I once heard the definition of ignorance is rejecting something that you know nothing about. And if this can benefit, this process can benefit you and move you in the direction that you truly want to go, then why not at least give it the time? People will work 40 plus hours a week stressing over earning money. How much money can I make? I'm only making $20-some an hour. I need to make this much. No, what you need to really do is take a step back and see how much money can I keep? Because how much money is leaving, being transferred away from me? And let's see if we can keep a little bit more of that. Because if we could keep a little bit more of that under your control and benefit your family, does that take a little stress off you? A little more peace of mind? And knowing, because it is life insurance, that when the good Lord calls you, graduates, that you leave something for your family to be able to
a legacy,
or at least replace some of the income that you've had, that you created through your lifetime.
Right.
Because we all have what's called a human life value, and it's how much money you make a year times all these things. There's a factor into it. I haven't come close to my human life value in insurance. And I would like to strive to get there. That's my goal, is to max out what I can get. Mm-hmm. Because I do not want to leave my family with what I had to deal with. Right.
And you know what? So many people, I know a lot of people, when their parents passed, they were thinking all of this.
Yeah.
And another thing is that things happen in life. Right? And like I told you, I don't know if I'll tell you off air, but somebody I know very close to me, who had a lot of money, all of a sudden ended up in the hospital, ended up having to sell their home, and, maybe be okay, but not anywhere near what they thought.
This is why we talk about this foundation, this pyramid. We'd look into all that.
I'll tell you something. It is fascinating. Every time you come on, I could sit there and listen forever. And it is becoming your own banker. It is learning the truth about money. That is what the thing is that you really want people to know. It's the truth about money that's been around. This whole thing, this whole concept has been around for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. Why wouldn't you want to become your own banker? Becoming more aware, becoming more intentional, learning about this, changing your paradigm about money. So check them out on the website. It is Factum. It's FACTUM financial.com. You guys take control of your own money. You're going to be a lot happier that you did.
Thank you.
Should be mine across that line.